evening, everyone. Welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. How are you this evening, everybody? Thank you so much for joining us and being here with me tonight. I'm excited to be here with all of you and to share whatever spirit is wanting to express with you through me to the callers. So I am ready to go, and I hope you are too. So a couple of days ago, I got a text message from a friend of mine, and she had found this really fantastic, I'll just call it a saying. I don't know what else to call it. But she sent it to me, and it really struck a chord with me. I'm sure there are those of you out there that, stop and say, well, I've asked for this from the universe, right? But I get this. I get something completely opposite. I don't know why that's happening, right? So I think that was what really struck me with these verses that she sent me. So I'm just going to read them to you and see if they strike a chord with you at all. I asked for strength, and the universe gave me difficulties to make me strong. I asked for wisdom, and the universe gave me problems to solve. I asked for courage, and the universe gave me dangers to overcome. And I asked for love, and the universe gave me troubled people to help. So I don't know about you, but it really struck a chord with me, like I said, especially, you ask the universe, give me strength, help me get through this, right? And sometimes it does come through that way. And other times it's a little bit of the opposite, right? So we are here to learn. This is what our whole being is about during this time, is to learn. And we all come here, all of us souls come here to learn something different. It could be many, many things. I feel like sometimes my soul signed up for so many blank entries on the soul contract that I don't have time to rest. So it's interesting to see what it is that comes through, and knowing that the universe always brings us, and sometimes it's really hard to remember this, the universe brings us everything that we need and our best and highest, right? They're not going to bring us something that is what you may see as extreme pain or torture, although sometimes it might seem that way. But it doesn't always look the way that we think it's supposed to look when we ask for what it is that we're asking for. So being able to keep an open mind and trusting that what is coming through is exactly what you need at the time. So maybe if it is you're asking for strength, maybe they are bringing you difficulties. Maybe that is what you're supposed to be learning and understanding in this lifetime. Not always the answers that we want, but sometimes that is the way that they show up. Other times, it really is strength that comes through. And it's that little nudge, that little push to be able to get us through whatever it is that we are needing to get through. So depending on how, number one, you look at it or how it comes across can be very different. And how you take it, how you understand it, how you apply it is also going to be really huge in how the outcome is. So think about that for a little bit. And the next time that you ask for strength, to get through something, maybe you should add a little clause that says, help me get through this piece of it. Give me the strength to get through that rather than bringing something else in that needs attention. Because the universe always brings exactly what we are needing to know or to be, do, and have at the right time. In fact, I was just talking to a friend before the show, and hopefully she won't mind that I share her little story. She had been looking on the internet and ran across a program about nutrition with cats. And she found herself engrossed in it and watched the entire thing. And when it was over, she goes, wow, why did I watch that? I don't even have a cat. And the very next day, I believe it was her daughter that called and said, Mom, you've got to go to the Humane Society and look at this cat. And guess what? She brought home a cat that she had been asking for, that she had been asking the universe for. And the alignment and the timing of it was perfect. And that is why the day before, she had found herself sitting engrossed, watching a video on cat nutrition. So you just never, ever know how things are going to turn out. And you've got to just roll with it and see what comes through, because you might be pleasantly surprised. All right. We are going to go to the phone lines right now. We have Steph in Sydney, New South Wales, Australia.
Hi.
Good evening, Steph. Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. What can we do for you this evening?
I guess I'm just going with whatever you can come up with, really. I'm intrigued.
Oh, okay. So make up a storyline, right? I'm joking.
Oh, yeah, why not? We'll go with that.
Oh, okay, Steph. Let me just take a moment here and kind of tune in to see what your guides have to say this evening. There's going to be a little moment of silence while I do that, but I'll be right back, okay?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, Steph. So what your guides were showing me initially is just very calm waters. Like there is a period in your life right now where things are calming down. They're just flowing. Right now, life is flowing with you. So my gosh, I must commend you because me included, sometimes I feel like, oh my gosh, the waters are coming at me rather than flowing with me. So what they're showing me are things are just moving. Now they're showing me very calm and slow waters. So it's not like this fast flowing, like, oh my gosh, what's around that next corner, right? These are gentle, meandering times for you, right? Times to just go, okay, let's take a breath and let's take a look at what we've got going on right now. It feels like this is the first time in a long time that you've gotten to be able to take that breath. And so your guides are saying, enjoy this time, okay? Enjoy this time, relish in it, take stock in what you have accomplished, because you've accomplished a lot in a very short amount of time, they're showing me. And so it's not really given you any time. You haven't really had the time, I guess, to stop and go, okay, wait a minute, what has just gone on in the last few months, and what's going on? And so this is going to give you that time right now to be able to um, to be able to think about that and
Yep.
go, okay, so what are my next steps, right?
Yep.
What is the next course of action?
Yep. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, it's true. It's true. It's very true. I'm not going to lie. It has been calm. So, so far, so good. Next point of
So,
action. Well, I don't know, actually.
so it feels like there's some very big decisions for you coming up that you're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to have to make some choices
Yep.
coming up. Hang on just a minute. They want you to know that you have very good intuition, that you're on the
Yep.
right path, and that you need to continue to trust your intuition,
Yep.
because that's never going to let you down. It's never let you down yet. So
Yep.
to be able to trust in that and trust in yourself to make those very big decisions.
Yep. Yeah,
And
I
there's
actually lost my intuition for a while, and it's come back to me again, and now I'm on the right path.
right,
Now
right.
I'm trusting my gut, and when I have that instinct that something's not right, then I go with it. Now I don't go against it.
Yes, very good. Yes. They're showing me a crossroads. Um,
Yep.
like that you're at a place where you're kind of at a crossroads right now.
Yep. Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay.
I've got a few big life decisions where it's, which one do I take? And I'm just kind of taking day by day.
Right. It feels like your decisions, or it feels like the way you feel kind of changes day by day right now, about
Yeah.
which direction you're going to take. They're showing me that that's going to solidify. Okay. Um, Give it just a little bit more time, and there's going to be a direction, and you're going to go, oh no, that's it, that's the way I need to go. Okay, so
Yeah.
right now, why it feels like it's in such movement and in such flux is because they're trying to pull together all of those dynamics that
Yeah.
that will show you the path, that will show you, you know, the most definite path that you need to take. And so while that's going on, that's why things feel like, oh, well, maybe I'm going to go this way. Oh, wait, no, tomorrow, oh, it feels like I need to go the other direction. So
Yeah.
don't get discouraged with that, because
Yeah.
it's going to become more clear to you on which way you need to go. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a bit different. I never thought I'd be looking at one of the paths that I'm looking at, but yeah, no, I've only just kind of gone into this kind of spiritual kind of stuff. So I
was gonna
stuff because
okay, I was gonna ask you if there was like, if there was some type of modality or healing or intuitiveness or something that you were actually leaning towards or actually thinking about doing, because there seems to be um, this energy around you about that.
yeah, actually there is. I had my stepfather pass away last year, and since then I've had things happen to me that when I tell, my general friends are like, "What's wrong with you? Are you having a mental breakdown?" I'm like, "No, I'm not crazy, guys."
Yes.
But things that are different, and like I've been looking into spirit guides and whatnot, and paying attention to what they're trying to tell me. So yeah, that's
Yes.
kind of been where I've been leaning towards at the moment, and yeah, it's kind of it's doing me justice. I'm just trying to understand it all because it's a bit. I'm like, do I do a workshop? I'm like, how does this work?
Yeah,
um,
exactly. Oh, that's so exciting. What happens sometimes is when we have a catalytic event, something like a death or a huge change, maybe a divorce or something happens, and that causes that shift, right?
Yeah.
So it's not surprising that you've had something like this happen. And yes, sometimes when you drop into it, especially if you haven't had these abilities since a young age, you don't know what to do with them exactly. You don't know how to manage them and deal with them. And so yes, I would highly recommend doing a workshop, because there are so many out there that guide you. And in fact, I did some of those myself, because I came into this and I'm
Yeah.
like, I don't know what to do with all of this, right? And so there are people
Yeah.
out there that will help you and guide you through that process, and
Yeah.
and be able to show you, okay, well, this is what happens when you see this, or when you do this or whatever. And it just makes it so much easier
Yeah.
to navigate and be able to bring your gifts into full bloom when you really know what to do with
Yeah.
them.
That's right. That's right. Like when you want to, like I realized a few things. Like I went down the empath. I'm like, hey, what's an empath? And started looking what this is, and the things that I can do, and whatnot. And then I keep I keep looking and trying to research and see what I can find, which helps me understand things. It's a long process. Google has a lot of stuff, I must say.
Yes.
But
Yes.
like it's going from not having something like that to being able to, you know, um, conversate with somebody. And whereas before I wouldn't have, I can conversate with somebody and I kind of know where they're going as they're saying it. And then I'll continue with it. And they're like, look at me with this shock look on their face. Like, how did you know that I was going to? And I'm like,
Yes.
yeah, no, it's a surprise,
Exactly.
But yeah, it's different. It's different having this side of me that I never used to.
Right.
But I guess I had one of my girlfriends say to me recently, once you kind of you reach a physical plane, you start to understand a different side of things, and
It's so
that's
true.
how this works.
Yes,
So yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah, absolutely.
it's different. It's very different. Like I mean, I know you can't put an old head on a set of young shoulders, but I wish you could because I'm sure there's things in life that a lot of people would say, well, I wish you didn't do this or whatnot. But I guess that's what you have to do in life, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. Again, there's a lot of people out there. In fact, I'm putting together my own class on mediumship and intuitiveness. And because, like me, if it wasn't for the person who taught me, I wouldn't to be and do what I can do to help other people. And
that's right.
so it's I feel it's such an important thing, to be able to teach others, as they're coming
Yeah,
into their gifts. So
yeah,
yes,
that's
I
right.
would say definitely look into that, because I think that will help you navigate and help you jump farther, right, and into some of
Yeah,
these things.
yeah, no, most definitely. I think I will do that now. That's helped me a little bit more, kind of confirm, I guess, my own gut, and even though I should trust it a bit more.
Yes, that's the hardest thing to do, is trust the gut, right?
Yes, yes, and my own head tells me on a daily basis, no, don't do that, no, go do this, no, go do it. Just stop, just
Of course,
breathe,
you have to silence the
breathe.
ego a little bit.
That's
Yeah.
right. And it's like,
Yes.
I'm bad with wording, so I try to tell my girlfriends what's going on. They're like, what's wrong, Steph? And I'm going, but yeah, no, thank you very
Yes.
much.
You're very welcome. You are very welcome. If you need any information, you can reach out to me on my website or my Facebook page. It's www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com.
Beautiful. Thank you. I will. I will. Thank you.
Perfect. Best of luck to you, Steph. Thank you. Wonderful. Next, we have Joni in Austin, Texas. Good evening, Joni. Welcome to your time to shine.
Oh, hi, Julie.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. Thank you for taking my call.
You are so welcome. Thank you for calling in. What can I do for you this evening?
Well, I've been living a blessed life and just had so many great experiences and affirmations. So I guess today would just be a general reading, and specifically on a move, like this sudden dramatic change in my lifestyle, and a move, and a new move that's coming, and just curious about it.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
a move that's coupled with a new job. Like this just came out of the sky.
I love those kinds. I love those kinds. Okay, here, hang on. Let me tune in here just real briefly and see what your
Okay.
guides have to say, okay?
Thank you.
Oh, Joni, your guides are very funny. Um, I'm sure you already knew that though. They're laughing and they're saying, yes, this just didn't fall from the sky. This is something that you have been asking for, and the move is very timely. Um, I know that they're showing me that the position that you had before you felt like was kind of like the end all, the be all of all kind of jobs and opportunities. And what it was really kind of a stepping stone to be able to get you to where you're going. Okay.
I think
Um,
so.
what was that?
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. They're showing me that this is a really good opportunity for you. It's a big move, a little scary, a little overwhelming, maybe even a little out of your comfort zone um, at the moment. And they're saying it's okay, just go with it. Okay. Um,
Okay.
are you feeling a little bit out of your comfort zone?
No, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it now, but I know what's coming based on the the interview that it's but it's a lifetime opportunity that just you just can't make this stuff up. But yes,
Right.
this move would be even in the interim, in the short term, before a long term commitment would be a little bit, but I can do it. And so your affirmation that you clearly, how could you know that? Um, that it is gonna. I do predict it's gonna be a little bit hard out of my comfort zone, but I can do it. I got to get
Mm,
through it.
yeah. Yeah. You have a very strong will. You know exactly who you are. And so that's going to give you that little bit of edge that you need to be able to go out of your comfort zone. If somebody else, were to try to do this, it would be very, very difficult for them to do. But your guys are showing me that, oh, you're going to be fine. You've got this. Even if you're feeling a little out of your comfort zone, um, roll with it because you really have this, and you have all of the techniques, you have all of the tools, all the skills to be able to go forth and do
Wow.
this project.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
It's like, okay, thank you. Uh-huh.
Yeah. um is this move is actually taking you like out of the state? It feels like it's taking you out of the state. Are you moving to a new state?
I'm actually just moving to a different region within the state. I recently moved out of state, and literally in less than 3 months, it looks like I'm moving to a different region. So this is this is such a dramatic, unexpected. And I came here, and I moved from Colorado to Texas, and then hello, less than 3 months, it turns out I believe I'm moving to another, from Austin to San Antonio.
Okay.
And
Yeah, because
the
it
whole
feels
thing
like
doesn't
it's a
surprise
real,
me. Huh?
yeah, it feels like it's a real different type of move. Like it's very the only word that comes to me right now is dramatic. It's like two polar opposites of a move. So I guess that's why I was feeling like it was taking you out of state.
Well, that would be correct. I mean, the big move that I just did, and this one, they're polar opposites for regionally, and then even statewide, but even regionally, they're pretty much polar opposites, even though they're in the hill country. But the geography and the lifestyle are definitely a little bit on the polar opposite, and it's still a big move, and it could come very quickly. I mean, it's coming so fast. It's like I can't even believe it just hit me.
Yeah, it feels like things are moving very, very quickly. Probably quicker than what you're really ready for. But again, your team is showing me, look, we've got this all bundled up for you in a nice little package. Just let it unfold, and then you're going to be fine.
Thank you. And I have a support squad there too, so that's
Good. Oh,
good.
even better. Even better.
I can't believe you picked up on this. This is like the most biggest affirmation you could ever possibly know. I mean,
that's
unbelievable.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, Joni, we
God.
are coming down to the last few seconds of our show, so I want to say thank you so much for calling in, and I hope this has been helpful for you.
You can't know how much this is helpful, that you could see that. Oh my God. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You're so very welcome. Have a wonderful evening.
You too.
Okay, bye. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. That does it for me. Please reach out to me if you'd like to have a reading. I've got a few spots open left. Few spots open yet. Oh my goodness, I can't even talk. You can reach me at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com or my Facebook pages, Julie YeagerWalker Medium, or Your Time to Shine. Good night, everyone. Have a great night.